All right, so today in class, what we talked about was our skewness in data. So what we talked about are shapes and spreads, so modes. So is it evenly with no obvious mode? Is there unimodule with one peak, bimodule with two peaks, or multi-module with multiple peaks that are higher than the others? A skew distribution, is it showing one side with a tail? Does the data skew to the side of the tail? If it's left side of data, then it's skewed left. Okay. Normal distribution and standard deviation curve. Curve is unimodule and symmetric. Data shows a normal distribution. So it's showing how the perfect curve. And describe what it means using the standard deviation. Outliers. Outliers are something that's going to be outside the data set for a box and whisker plot or even a dot plot or any histogram. Okay. Variabilities are showing that where things are close together, if it has high or low. If it's low, it means that there's really close together. If it has high variability, it's really spread out. All right. So we weren't with these first two. So this one is showing a skewed left data. So we see that information is skewed to the left, all of our data to the left, the tail to the right. Okay, versus this one seems to be normal. All right, because it is pretty symmetric with one peak with tails going off both sides. Okay, so the first two bars in module are bimodule for the same four of the same end. So we are saying that there's four right here that are the same. Also two peaks versus this one only has one. Anderson has a bigger range than Williams, so seeing that our data sets runs much further than what Williams has over here. Normal distribution, this is normal, this is skewed. Over here, what we would see is that this is still that skewed to the left, okay? Shows a histogram versus a dot plot, but you can turn a dot plot into a histogram very relatively quickly because it shows frequency. This one is bimodule, where this one is multi because there are two, 3, and 4 modes. And they're both graphs are skewed to the left. I should say left, not right. That was my mistake. Skewed to the left. Okay, there's no normal distribution, no outliers, but there's skewness with high variability. And finally, we have our box plots. Our box plots showing that we said that Croft has a minimum. Okay. All right. Oh. Hurl's class is more normal and symmetrical. Croft has a smaller Q1 to Q3, which is a smaller interquartile range, which we talked about over here, which is that quartile range is our Q3 minus our Q1 times 1.5. And then that's how we got decided on this outlier over here because that falls outside of the interquartile range, versus this has no outlier because all information falls in between the highest and lowest in the interquartile range. For that, there's these remaining questions.